This is just a PSA to my fellow gamers, and not the default ones. I'm talking about the people that actually appreciate these video games. Be mindful of your hype. My name is Jahbu aka Jahbu, lifelong artist, lifelong gamer that loves to talk about the visuals in games. The reason why I say be mindful of your hype is because I, just like many of you, have fallen victim to the design of hype. There are many times in my life where I spent years waiting for a game release, only to be disappointed by said game release once it was actually released. Games that got delayed 2-3 years, sequels that were promised that didn't show up until over a decade later, Kingdom Hearts 3. This can actually be kind of painful. And I know we're just talking about video games here, but to a lot of us, video games has been and currently are and will forever remain our main hobby. And I am definitely one of those people. So the anticipation, the build up, only to be let down, it can actually hurt. And this is why I believe a lot of us, especially middle-aged gamers, dad gamers, we turn bitter. We get jaded because of false promises from the developers. But the way we react to the disappointment varies from person to person. I realize that this is a source of entertainment. So a trailer, gameplay videos, and all of the hype in the world will never equal the suffering that I have witnessed throughout my life. Some of us have had cushy upbringings, so our very identity hinges on whether a game is successful or loved. Yesterday was State of Play. I am not gonna lie. Sony got me. They bit me with such an aggressive hype bug that I literally watched it twice. I never do that. But keep in mind, these people are marketers. They're engineered to make you feel the way I felt, and many of you guys felt yesterday. Now, I understand, yes, it's a business. These are people's livelihoods, right? Yes, there's a lot of greed in game development, but there's also a lot of hard work that often gets ignored. So this is why I dedicate my channel to appreciating, not hating and shitting on the work of fellow human beings. Because I myself am an artist. You're literally watching me work. Sony bit me with the hype bug, but I had to reel it in. And I had to remind myself that I've been here before. One saving grace to all of this is that unlike the days when I was growing up, now we have a multitude of options. So when a game lets you down, the sting is nowhere near as painful. Metaphoric pain, not real physical pain. I had to discern that because somebody's going to go in the comment section and question that line. So there's a bad side to hype, but there's also a good side to hype. If this is your main hobby, what took place at the State of Play and what is about to take place at Game Fest, the Xbox Game Show, and that upcoming Nintendo Direct should and most likely will get you very excited for the future. That excitement is not bad, but just make sure you have a huge megaton grain of a clear perspective and understanding that the game might not meet your expectations. I would like to end this video with some parting advice to all my gamers. And if you know a gamer, send this video to them pronto, especially this week. Tip 1. Go in media blackout mode for games you are extremely hyped for. If you know you are a God of War fan and you loved the 20 minutes of gameplay they spoiled for you yesterday, do not look at another trailer. Even the release date trailer does not and should not be seen until you play the game. And if you decide, okay, I don't want to buy the game right now, I want to wait until I can afford it or it goes on sale, That is 110% okay. Avoid all media online, because every time you see a piece of media, what you saw gets implanted onto your mind. And whether you forget it or not, some of us are lucky to actually forget, but most of us are not. We remember how dope the trailers were. We remember how dope the reveal was. We remember how dope all the previews were from all of the in guys. But the unfortunate part about all that viewing is that you're setting yourself up for letdown. I started doing the media blackout thing about 5 years ago. It's probably even longer than that. It has worked wonders for me. Because while the internet is in a firestorm about why a game is trash, I have no idea what's going on. Guess what I'm doing while everyone else is pissed off and angry, typing while their fingers swell up, busting blood vessels over a form of entertainment, a piece of art, if you will. I'm enjoying myself. Now, it is okay after you finish the game and you got what you got and you got the experience you desired or didn't get the experience you desired, then you go back and you look at the stuff. It's gonna always be there. You can literally find reviews from 15 years ago. You're not gonna miss out if you don't watch a trailer. Don't watch a trailer for a game that you are hyped for. God of War Laufey, I don't even think that's French, is on media blackout. Because I know I'm going to get that game. I've played all the God of Wars and I've loved all of them, except for the 2D one. I'm not playing that one because it looks shabby. If you had experience with it and you actually like it, leave it in the comment section. Let me know how it is. But I've played all the God of Wars. So yes, I've played all of the God of Wars and I've loved them. And no, I am not pissed off that I'm not playing as Kratos this time. Let the man take a break. Heroes can't last forever. This is why we have the problem of the reoccurring superhero movie, the Batman, over and over and over. It's because we don't know how to let go. And because we don't know how to let go, the people who make the entertainment are afraid to let go and move on. We constantly talk about how we want new things, but we only embrace the old. You know? Tip number 2, get a secondary hobby now. I don't care what it is. It can be learning how to use a sewing machine. It could be playing football or soccer or even watching sports or hell, watching a TV or movie series or working out. I love working out because that's where I take out all my anger and frustrations that I acquire while living this life. I don't blow up on people. I never write angry shit online. I just take it out on the weights with control. Find a secondary hobby. Find something you like to do. There are millions of options at your fingertip. Use your phone. Do not scroll and look at nonsense that's gonna get you down. Find something that interests you. Gaming is a part of your life. It is not your life. Trust me. I was there. I used to be in the darkness of despair, and gaming was the only light that I had until I realized it's just a hobby. You won't be as let down if it's just a hobby. Tip number 3, make something. This is my gospel. I feel like most gamers, especially default gamers, are indeed creatively constipated. These are people that don't make anything of their own expression. They only consume and gorge all of these beautiful visuals and these beautiful graphics and these beautiful worlds and never put back anything out. So they're constipated. Those of us in our middle ages, that's akin to not eating enough fiber. If you know, you definitely know. I don't care if it doesn't make you money. In fact, I hope it doesn't make you money, because once you start making money off of your art, it can dampen that hobby. That's what happened to me too. But I came around and I found a way how to make a living and still make what I love to create. And it has been the most rewarding thing because I get the best of both worlds. I can create what I imagine and people can appreciate it by supporting. Perfection. Well, nothing is perfect. People have opinions about everything. Some people like my work, some people don't. But you get the drift. Make something. And I don't care what it is. As long as it's not destroying something, because that is not creating. Getting creative in a video game, that might even be creation. Go play Little Big Planet or Dreams. But anyway, while you are watching all of these trailers in the upcoming days or week or whatever, please just keep these 3 tips in the back of your mind. And when you see a dope-ass trailer, bring all 3 forward. And just remember, this is my hobby. It is not my identity. So for those of you who already forgot who I am, my name is Jahbu Ori, aka Jahbu, lifelong artist, lifelong gamer that loves to talk about the visuals and games. If you'd like to see my work, please head over to my website, jahbu.com, jahbu.com. I have recently added my entire or most of my collection back on my website, so please head over there and have a gander. And if you like what you see and you'd like to stay updated when I release new artwork, simply sign up for the newsletter below or the pop-up that's going to pop up whenever you try to leave the site. And I promise I will never, ever, ever spam your inbox. Only real updates. Until next time, my wonderful, beautiful people, fellow gamers, default or not, one love, peace.